Hi, my name's Vince Sheehan, and today I'd like to talk about Jurassic Park, the 1993 blockbuster directed by Steven Spielberg. And I'm talking about this because last week or so I saw it again in the cinema, and it just brought to mind how what a terrifically entertaining film this is. Jurassic Park, of course, as we all know, is about a theme park which is built with dinosaurs being the main attraction. Dinosaurs, their DNA being extracted from flies which have sucked on the blood of dinosaurs which have been kind of fossilized in amber, and then the missing gaps in the DNA being filled in by amphibians. That's the premise of the story. And I suppose if you could distill this story about what it's really about, it's kind of about the foolhardiness and the sheer danger of humans interfering with the powers of nature. That's the kind of the theme that runs through this story. A load of people led by Hammond, who's this billionaire, I guess, who set this theme park up off this island of Costa Rica. He wants to make this a huge success. He keeps referring to how no expense has been spared, and this kind of rather sneaky lawyer characters there to remind us how profits are behind this and making money. But of course, at the end of the day, nature finds a way, and it's the humans who have to abandon this foolhardy project. The story can be roughly broken down into 4 acts. The first act is concerned with following the death of a worker by a dinosaur at Jurassic Park. A lawyer has to find some experts to come and convince the investors that this is still safe and it's a viable enterprise. And these experts include Dr. Alan Grant, Ellie. Dr. Ellie is, I'm sorry I've forgotten her surname, and Dr. Malcolm, who's this guy who's like into chaos theory. And as they come to this island of Costa Rica, they're overwhelmed by this magnificent sight of a Brachiosaurus. And I remember seeing this at the time in 1993 in the cinema and just being bowled over by this. It really stuck in the memory. It's a truly great scene, I think, in this film. That first moment when they see that mighty beast in the field. In the first act, we're also introduced to this rather scheming and greedy character called Dennis, who works at the park, but he's wanting to take some of the embryos and give them to a rival firm for lots of money. So we're introduced to him as well. The second act really is where things go drastically wrong. Everyone is introduced to the park. They visit the labs. They go on this tour in a jeep. But then this storm hits, and almost simultaneously Dennis has turned off the systems to give him enough time to steal away with the embryos in this fake can of shaving foam. And it's in this act that the main characters get out the jeeps and start exploring the park during this storm. And it's here that the T-Rex famously attacks in that thrilling scene. Really wonderful and really quite terrifying as well. And quite memorably, that's where the lawyer gets eaten, doesn't he, while he hides in the toilet. And it's also where Dennis meets his end. He seems to slide down this kind of wet bank, and he meets that terrifying small dinosaur, the Dilophosaurus, I think it's called, with the kind of membrane coming out of the side of his head, which spits at him. And that's another really wonderful and terrifying moment in this film. Then the third act is all about the characters surviving in the park, particularly Dr. Grant, who's with Hammond's grandchildren, and they kind of meet some brachiosauruses on top of trees, and simultaneously Hammond, the injured Dr. Malcolm, Ellie, they're trying to get the systems up and running again, and Ellie has to make this perilous journey into this kind of power station to turn the power on again. But that's where she meets the velociraptors. And one of the other characters, Muldoon, is killed by a velociraptor here as well. And then we come to the fourth and final act. And this is where things are wrapped up. We famously have that terrifying chase by the velociraptors in the kitchens, and they're chasing the two kids. Really wonderful scene. And then Dr. Alan Grant and Ellie come, and they kind of go up above the ceiling. And there's that great moment when the velociraptor sticks its head up, pushes its head up, and then one of the kids, I think it is, falls down, and they pull him up, and the velociraptor jumps up straight after it. And then eventually it looks like they're all going to be eaten by the velociraptors, but then the T-Rex unexpectedly comes to the rescue and saves them. And there's that wonderful closing shot of the T-Rex in all its kind of terrifying glory, and that sign falling down in front of it like a piece of ribbon. And then we have a brief coda where the experts, Hammond and the kids, leave the island in a helicopter. Some of the themes, well, as I said, it's about kind of humans interfering with the powers of nature. There's a lot about evolution, about human arrogance, about greed. That's a kind of a subsidiary idea of the relationship between adults and children. The two children kind of latch on to Dr. Alan Grant, and he's a bit wary of that. Then he grows to like them. Jeff Goldblum is fantastic in it. One of my favourite scenes is when they leave the Jeep and he's kind of chatting to them, and as they leave the Jeep, and then he's left by himself and he's talking to himself. That's really fantastic. And he kind of talks a bit about chaos theory. I don't know how much of that is actually accurate or correct, but it's a diversion in this film. The Jurassic Park is a really fantastic blockbuster, really entertaining. It's one of those films you can watch many times, and it kind of excites you every time. And if it's on the cinema near you, go and see it. It's really been a joy to watch again. Please stay for I've just done a short PowerPoint with the themes and the structure, how I see it in this film. Thank you for watching. Bye.